Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing what to do if you failed your A-levels or GCSEs. I'm thinking of expanding this channel in the future. It won't normally be sat on the floor, but I just feel like this is something which needs to be talked about more natural rather than super duper edited.
Push myself to my limits, I'm in it to win it. Forget the beginning, it's now that you're living.
It's the 15th and it was A-level results day today. Obviously there's there's mixed opinions on the subject. Loads of people got into where they wanted to, and the results were actually pretty good this year, which has left the minority who feel like they are a minority, haven't got in, feel quite disappointed and upset and annoyed at themselves for not being part of that majority who achieved A stars this year. So I'm in year 12 at the moment doing my A-levels, obviously. I'm going into year 13 in September, so I can't speak from the year 13 point of view or speak as someone who has received their results already. However, I have done GCSEs. I was part of the new Gcse band and it was extremely difficult and very, very pressurising. The results I got were very, very mixed and I had mixed feelings over it, and after thinking about it and settling on those results for the past year, I have kind of come to many conclusions about what it means, what to do, how I feel about it now. I'm going to be splitting this video up into two sections, so GCSEs and A-levels, so you can skip to the A-levels. I'll put it on the screen or you can check in the description below as to what time to skip to. So I'm going to start off with GCSE since that is the first part of your A-levels and the first part of your grades and your proper exam experience that you would have had. So as I said, I was part of the new band. It was extremely pressurising and it's still a band which they're working on today. It was literally pinpointed down that we were the guinea pigs and almost an experiment of what the format would be like. And last year's A-level were kind of in the middle of that, and the new A-levels this year are also kind of experimental. They still don't really know what they're doing with it. So as I said, I got mixed results. So I got a 9 in drama, I got a 5 in maths, which I found really, really good for someone who had been achieving 2s and 3s in maths and has always been study orientated. That was something which I was really not looking forward to finding out my result of, and a 5 in maths was something which I came to terms with quickly. I got many 6s and 7s, so I didn't do too bad in my GCSEs, but I know there are many people in my year and many of my friends who did not get the results that they wanted. So starting off with GCSEs, the first thing I can say that I've learned over this past year is that they do not matter. They matter, but they don't. GCSEs is just a gateway into A-levels so that you can get to university or apprenticeships if you want to. It's up to you. I personally never witnessed anyone really having a massive impact from their GCSEs. Some people didn't get into a couple of courses they wanted to, but actually when thinking about it over this past year, they actually said that it would have been too stressful anyway, and there is a reason for why there are grey boundaries on certain subjects and lower ones on others. Obviously GCSEs matter, and if you're still doing GCSEs and you're looking at this video kind of estimating what you will end up getting, or you're figuring out a pathway if you do end up failing your GCSEs, definitely try hard. My first year of GCSEs I was kind of messing about and I didn't really take it seriously because year 11 seemed so far away and it goes very, very quickly, as many year 13s and many year 11s will know. However, if you don't get the results that you want or you may need for whatever reason in GCSEs, there isn't really any necessary needs, then there are so many alternative path routes. Your teachers are a massive, massive help. They are always going to be proud of you. You're their student. No matter what you get, it doesn't matter. They're going to be proud of you. I actually take psychology and I wasn't going to get into the grade boundaries I needed, but 4 or 5 in science, which is one of my lower grades, and I'm happy with it. I'm chill with it. It meant that I couldn't get into it. I needed a 5.5, but after speaking to all my teachers and my lovely form tutor, he actually put me through it anyway, and I love psychology. It's what I want to do at university, and there's definitely no shame in trying to get help or to get an extension or to kind of twiggle the grade boundaries a little bit. So grade boundaries for your GCSEs into A-level are very flexible. They're easy to manoeuvre. People understand that GCSEs are very hard. You've never done proper exams before, and it's not going to greatly affect how your end grade is going to turn out in year 13 because it's up to how much work you put into your A-levels at the end of the day. So as for if you're failing your GCSEs, or you failed your GCSEs, or you've got your results this year and they're not what you expect, talk to teachers, they're a massive help. Form tutors if you have them, they're even better. Speak to the new college you're going to, or the school if that's what you're doing and you're not staying at your sixth form, which I did. Then definitely talk to them, email them, liaise with them. There's no harm in emailing them at all. In general, just don't worry about it, because to be fair, I could not recite my GCSEs to you. I know the 9, I know the 4, 5, and I know the 5 I got in maths, but that's all I really know, but it hasn't mattered to me at all. For those who've opened up their A-levels today and they haven't got what they expected, there's so many things that you can do and there's so many sides to look at it. Again, university is a gateway into your future career or an apprenticeship or a job which you want to go into. The same as GCSEs were a gateway into A-levels. And again, obviously there's only 3 grades, so you probably will remember them. Again, by the time you get to university, that's something you're not really going to be thinking about. If you haven't got into your first choice, you can definitely try clearing. I'm not very familiar with the clearing process, but I know that that's an option out there for you guys who have not got into that first choice, or perhaps any of your choices, which is also okay too. Again, you can email them, you can liaise with them, you can talk to people. There are many people out there who have been in the same situation. There's 66 million people in the UK who have been put into the education system at some point in their life. Even the little people who are being born now, they're being put on a list, and in 6 years' time they'll be going off to primary school. I think it's 4, isn't it now? And everyone goes for the education system, and if everyone passed, there would be no jobs left. At the end of the day, there is a reason for these grade boundaries and a reason as to why you have to work so hard. But that's okay, you just got to do your best and put your work into it. If you have got into your second choice and you're really disappointed, have a look at your other choices, see what you really prefer, properly research into those universities today or tomorrow. Even University of Oxford, I live in Oxford, and it's not anything special, it's just another university. It's just so competitive and it has a very well branded name, and people always want to go to Oxford University. That's just how it is. It's again how much work you put into it and what you do with that degree. If you go into University of Oxford thinking, I'm in it now, I'm going to get a job, it's fine, I'm doing law, I'm doing medicine, I've got my career planned and sorted. There are so many people who go to University of Oxford and you'd be surprised that do not do anything different to other people. They have the same opportunities as anyone else does at any other university. It's what you do with the degree and it's how you live it. It goes down to nightlife, it goes down to your social experiences. You just got to make the most of it. If you have got into your second choice, you put it there for a reason. You've obviously researched it. Enjoy it, love it. It's 4 years of your life which are going to be life-changing. It's freedom, it's adulthood, it's experience. There are so many things you can do with that degree. For those who are disappointed in the fact that they've put all those work into those A-levels and they haven't got what they expected, which I definitely felt for some of my GCSEs, again, it doesn't entirely matter and it does not define you. In 20 years' time, you will not know actually what you got in your A-levels because you just won't remember them. You'll be living your best life. If you put lots of work into your A-levels and you haven't got the grades you need, it's not your fault. If you've worked hard, in my eyes, you've succeeded. There are going to be people watching this who have actually failed their exams and are now sat at home talking to their parents, figuring out what to do. And there will be people watching this video who feel like they failed and they've got 2 A's and a B, but they needed 3 A's. There are going to be many different experiences and feelings that people are going to be going through during the experience of opening their A-level results, and every person is different. I definitely wouldn't recommend comparing yourself to anybody. Of course, you're going to naturally compare yourself to friends, seeing what their university they got into was, seeing what their grades were, but it doesn't mean that you're any better or any worse than what they are at all, by any means. Again, it's how you live it, it's how you do that degree, and it's how you take the experience as well. A-levels are really hard, and if you have managed to complete those 2 years at all, then that's amazing, and again, you have not failed. There are people who drop out, and again, they have not failed either. People make different choices. We have to decide at a very young age, and nobody should be judged for that at all. You can do year 14 again, that's another option. There is no shame in doing year 14 at all. You can just do it all over again. You've never done these papers properly, you've had mocks, but no one ever really knows what to expect, and it's amazing that you took those exams. Treat it as a mock if you're going into year 14, because no one's actually going to judge you. There are people who go to university at 30, 40, 50, literally, who just want to live their best life, who just want to do what they want to do what they're passionate about. That's completely fine with me. Yeah, you've opened your A-level results today and you've seen any result on paper, I'm really, really proud of you, and everyone else should be too. It's going to be very, very rare for someone to not be proud of you, because if you've done A-levels, you've done it. So well done to everyone who's opened up their A-level results, and even those who have failed, you have not failed, you have succeeded. Think about it. A-levels are out the way. They're gone. Yeah. Again, if you've done A-levels, you've got them out the way now. You can move on from that experience, that hell, that treacherous fucking pressure which everyone went through and goes through, and it's exhausting, and you can now enjoy the rest of your summer. And I hope that that's what you do for those doing their GCSEs and getting their results on August the 22nd, I believe. Again, good luck, and if you do fail, there are so many other options out there, and you'll be looking forward to this stress next year. Or if you're going to college, enjoy it. Just go for it. So that's everything for today. I hope that you've learned something. I'm having to keep the voice down because my parents are downstairs and I think they might think I'm weird. And if anyone comes in my room and I'm wearing my hair extensions, I'm going to be like, girl, they don't exist. I'm going to hide them because it's something I'm not used to yet. I hope that your results bring some kind of happiness to you. If you got into any university, amazing. If you didn't, that's fine. Don't worry about it. There are so many other options out there and you're bound to get into something. I promise you, just keep on working, keep on trying, and that's all I can recommend. Again, links in the description for help, for general advice. And just, you know, I'm gonna put some memes down there just so you can smile today, because it's a hard day and I'm not looking forward to it next year. I'm telling you, I'm failing my year 13 grades because I'm failing my year 12 ones. That's what I was gonna say. So it's fine. Have a lovely day and a lovely summer.